I'm honored to be part of this conference. I'm with Bright Minds. I'm a mere organizer. I'm going to speak about our experiences and data that we have, although limited, but I hope you'll get an insight from it. So let me start. So by updates in the future of mice in the Philippines. First things first, our MiceCon 2024 was a huge success. I remember during the early days, I was part of the organizing committee of the MiceCon. The first was in Clark. Then after that, 2014 was in Subic. The airport was there. It was not operational during that time. The venues were scarce, but right now when you go to Clark, indeed the growth was tremendous. In fact, some of the hotel officers and managers there mentioned that they have 85% usage rate. No? So next is, as mentioned, my friend and colleague here, Mr. Danji Ferrolino. They launched the branding. This is our latest branding. For trivia purposes, our last branding in MICE is Let's Meet in Manila was way back, no? Decades ago. So we're happy to have our new branding. That's we take your business to heart. So that's our branding. Hopefully it boosts further our MICE industry. And definitely it will. And also another update, we just launched the second edition. Of course, Dean Bet was there. This is, there are small events that gives you a preview on what's going on in the country. And this book's second edition is one of those small data that you can see that things are quite growing. No, because you know what? I'm before I enter the industry, I buy expensive mice books. I went to Singapore and Japan to study mice. But right now, the second edition, because in the provinces there's a lot of clamor for the book, and it was being taught by a lot of educators. And this book, second edition, an updated one, is a testament to the growing awareness of our country and our different cities on the importance of having mice as one of their anchor in growing the economy. And recently, I'd just like to give a shout out to Lyceum. You know what? AFECA's Mice Youth Challenge, I'm the organizing head of AFECA Mice Youth Challenge here in Manila. During that time when Dean's Bet Group entered, we did not won any awards, no? But in PIC, that was in PICC. So after that, that's UP, Lyceum, and I think Fatima. We did not won any award. We won Best in Costume. So that's the starting point of it. But before AFECA, I was envisioning, before the AFECA Mice Youth Challenge, I was envisioning that someday our country will win this award. We'll be competing with other schools and other competitions, showing how great the talents of the people are. So I'd just like to, Lyceum is already a 2-year champion of the AFECA Mice Youth Challenge. How about a clap from Lyceum? And recently, I was talking to Dean Bet. I'm the advisor of the Sanbeda. Me and Jojo, no? We did not, it's a marketing competition. That's Global Chinese Marketing Federation. They have an events planning competition in Singapore. So they sought my help. So we advised Jojo and I just for a couple of hours. And then I just forgot about it. And then Greg Borja, another colleague, sent to us the photo of the first runner-up. So I was already happy because of course, a Philippine team won the competition, no? Although first runner-up. But lo and behold, the champion was Lyceum. So, yeah, congratulations to Lyceum, to the group, hardworking team of Lyceum. So again, if you can see the talent here in the Philippines to our international guests is we just need the additional funding because, as we all know, this is a high barrier, hard to enter industry. because I'm an organizer. You need a lot of capitalization to produce an event, and you know that, and the risk is high. But in terms of talent, there are a lot of talent, abundant talent that are willing to make your MICE company or event successful in the Philippines. Okay. So now, I'm a subscriber of Peter Drucker's mantra, what you cannot measure, you cannot achieve. I always monitor the ICA ranking because for me, as one of the dreamers of MICE, because I'm the youngest, but as Jojo mentioned, no, he envied me. Maybe he envied me because I have less hair than him. Anyway, so ICA ranking is for me one of the benchmarks. So recently, the 2023 ICA ranking, so 1982 was one of our best. No, we are number 8. That's world ranking number 8. So I have several files of ICA because that's the one that I monitor in terms of my country's ranking and development in the MICE industry. 2016, we are number 48 in the world. We dropped a lot, so you can see we're number 60 in the world. But in terms of Asia Pacific, we improved. Now, from 1982, we're number 1 in the Asia Pacific, then number 14, then the number 11. So there's a development, a positive development in terms of the ICA ranking. Mind you, for ICA ranking, again, as Ardisha mentioned, we need a lot of data. And there are only 3 members of ICA here in the Philippines. That's why they're the one that's supplying the data. But if we can supply the data, like TPB is a member, SMX, and World Trade Center. That's it. Because it's expensive to be part of ICA. But if other industries or companies in the MICE become part of ICA, then we can supply a lot of it because it's a data-driven ranking. No? The more that they can get data from that country, then again, this will be updated. I think that's the key. And then in terms of market share, so we grew from the market share is from this 2041 meetings, okay? And we only are getting around 3% of that. So there's a lot of potential for us. So we're number 11 in Asia Pacific, okay? Of course, Thailand, my colleague from Thailand, we visit TISEB. TISEB, in terms of, that was 2018, because Sue Terarat is a friend of mine, so, and other staff from TISEB, officers. Thailand is now focusing on mega events, because for them, MICE or business events, they already maximize their potential. So they're now looking for winning mega events, no? Like maybe F1 someday, or maybe Olympics. I don't know, but I think in terms of capacity, Thailand can do it. So they are one of the benchmark that we are looking up. Next is for the ASEAN, because there's no ICA ranking on ASEAN. So I tried to analyze at micro level where the Philippines is in terms of the ASEAN. As you can see, we are number 5 with Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia ahead. But in terms of Philippines and Malaysia, we're just around a few numbers down. And in terms of market share, we are around 12%. And we can improve on that. Again, it's about increasing the number of ICA members in the Philippines, and then we can supply ICA the data. Then maybe this figures will increase. Because definitely, as an organizer, I have several events. I cannot get the venue in Rojas Boulevard up to the Alabang. I cannot get 2 consecutive days. It's fully booked. No, that's around 85 to 90% venue usage rate. Okay? So to be honest with you, it's hard to get 2 consecutive days in order for your conference or your client to have their conferences in Rojas Boulevard. So I talked to Baguio, because in Baguio I was also there. There's a lot of ongoing meetings, conferences and trainings in Baguio. And Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's full pack. Even the venues are Same with, I think, Davao and Cebu is also experiencing that, but more so prominent in Metro Manila. But again, we need the data to be submitted to the proper authorities in order for them to be counted. So I think the bright minds here, some are friends and idols of mine, mentors, can coax the private sector to submit more data in order to reflect better accurate standing of our country in terms of the ICA ranking. Okay. So these are the MICE-ready cities. Because we've been moving around as part of Philippine MICE Academy and DOT and DTI, so I have many hats. No? These are the things for updates. Long time ago, it's only Metro Davao, Metro Cebu, and Metro Manila. But as you can see, we already have Subic and Olongapo, you have Bacolod, Iloilo, and Baguio, Cagayan de Oro. No, sorry. For bigger events, I guess, these are the venues that in our different parts of the cities or of the Philippines can accommodate large number of people. But there are a lot of great venues. Like I was in Occidental Mindoro, they have 2 great venues there. But in terms of accommodation, I think they cannot accommodate more than 2,000 delegates. That's the challenge, no? And for PhilMICE, we've been educating the country. Different LGUs, local government units are inviting us. So here are some of the provinces or cities that we were able to educate the tourism stakeholders, the MICE stakeholders. Baguio, Cagayan de Oro, Ilocos Norte, Zamboanga del Norte, Oriental Mindoro, and Western Visayas, definitely. Our upcoming is we're going this coming August in Puerto Princesa, Coronadal, and Cauayan, Isabela. So again, slowly but surely, we're planting the seeds of MICE because again, the cities are finding it, or the provinces are seeing the benefits of MICE. No? For April, so I'm gonna use the recent DOT data. As you can see, convention and conference is 0.91%. That's and the business and professional activities is around 10%. Definitely, if you go to a business meeting, it's called a meeting. It can be classified as a MICE, but I don't want to, over-extrapolate, no? Over-extrapolate that data because, again, it's business and professional, so it might be a one-on-one meeting. But definitely, I'm pretty sure that there are, since I handle corporate events, it's part of the business and professional, and it's more of product knowledge and product presentations. That's around 10 to 20 people inside the room. Definitely, it can be classified as a meeting in terms of our definition and of MICE or business events. Okay, so 0.91 is equivalent to 25,560 just in the month of April. Okay, it's not counting the exhibition. For our guest, my Toycon generates around 70,000 visitors in 3 days. So nowhere can you find exhibition mentioned here, all conferences and conventions. Okay. So average spend of MICE is around 30,000. No? So every day, compared to FIT, that's around 12,000 to 15,000. Our visitors here in the Philippines spend around 30,000 a day. And the MICE revenue is around 95 million for 2023. That's around 5.5 billion. It's small compared because let me go. So right now, this is the big reveal. No, I'm hoping that even if without the MICE roadmap, this one will take into fruition or be completed. Although some of my colleagues already saw the blueprint, we will be building. No? For our guests, historically speaking, we are the first ASEAN country to build the first MICE convention. That was the Philippine International Convention Center, an envy of Asia. Then we stopped there. Right now, we're building the biggest, the largest in ASEAN, and that's called the Philippine International Exhibition Center, just beside PICC. And it's around 108 square exhibition area. It will be nestled inside a 10-hectare area. No? That's around PICC. So you can see there's already funded for that. That's around, it will be spent around 18 billion pesos. So that's the cost of building that up. Unlike Thailand, as you can see, it's not a government-initiated construction. Private sector are the one building. Bytech is a private-initiated construction. Here, we need government to do that. Hopefully, in the near future, more than SMX, other private investor will take a look at the Philippines to create venues. So again, we're expected to generate 927 million of that revenue on that particular project. So, again, what cannot be measured cannot be achieved. So I'm part of the group that created the MICE roadmap. And here are 3 KPIs that is dear to me. First is the ICA ranking. From our target for 2030 is 10. We're now 11. Our target usable area for exhibition come 2030 is 100,000 square. If we were able to build that 108,000 square, then we will have 200,000 plus square meters in the Philippines for exhibition or for business events. And for MICE revenue, we're targeting 24.8 billion for 2030. But if we're able to build that pike, then that 24 billion is nothing. It will be peanuts compared to the revenue that we're expecting on that particular project. All right, so one thing, no? So just as the last slide. So we launched the branding of MICE for a long time, so I'm very happy with that. I'm part of the sub-working committee of the MICE roadmap in marketing. Shamir is part of the HR. I think that's the most productive sub-working committee on the MICE roadmap. With Ma'am Tina, are you there? And of course, Ma'am Monet. Of course, TPB already handled the helm of that particular MICE roadmap to recalibrate it. What I can say is that the thing that we are expecting, most of my colleagues, is if we have a branding but we don't have a strategic action to support the branding, it's useless. As what Ram Sharan mentioned, the distance between idea and success is execution. And most of the time, the problem is execution. So that ends my presentation. Mabuhay and salamat po.